Good evening, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 6:53 on the 7th of January 2023. The Christmas tree and the decorations are down. The lights are put away. No lights flashing. No cops outside the window. And hope we have as successful years punting ahead of us as we had last year. And if we do, we won't be doing too bad. I didn't plan to be taking a couple of days off. It's just the way things happened. I have a buzzing in my head probably the last 6 or 7 years, and when I was diagnosed with MS in 2019, the main symptom I had was trigeminal neuralgia, and that's a nerve that brings pain signals up to your brain, and the coating is gone on the bit across here, and it was anyone that ever had it, or if you ever Google it and read about it, the fellow that put it up on the internet definitely had it anyway, because it's an excruciating pain. Thanks be to God I haven't got it in the dose. I get it every year and a half, but it hasn't come back now in about 18 months, and I wish to God it never does again. But the buzzing is there, and when I went to it started coming in 2012, and then on to really bad in 2014, February, and then it came back sort of every spring. But the buzzing the other day, I don't know what flared it up or whatever, but it got worse. And the last time I done a video, it was buzzing in my head. It was buzzing for a good while. But I actually looked at forum in Medan for Friday, and for a couple of hours, and the buzzing sort of went away. This helps me studying racing and watching videos and all that. That's why I don't watch television or any violence or anything like that. It does affect me. But I had planned, I wanted to put up that video that I put up last night. That was the plan, to get that up first the other night. But my tech man, who is a brilliant lad, was busy, and that delayed it by a day. And I didn't want to overload it yesterday evening by putting 3 segments into it, because it takes forever to put together or whatever anyway. And that's why I asked the Stig to step in yesterday evening, and fair play to him, he did. And he was a bit unlucky today. The pace wasn't strong enough in a couple of the races that he, it was with Jim Miranda, but he just got outstayed. And the other one, the pace wasn't fast enough for Frere Bambo. That probably needs a step up and trip. But he picked one for tomorrow. It opened up at 3-1 a while ago. It's into 13-8 and 7-4. Cad the Horla. Everyone in the country seems to have it backed at this point. I got a bit of 3-1 and 11-4, but it went like wildfire. But that's what happened the last couple of days. And I wasn't sick or ill or anything, but it gave me the opportunity 2 nights to go visiting people that I hadn't visited. One I hadn't met in the Tim 4 times. An elderly man living on his own, so I visited him for 3 hours, and an elderly woman she'd be 90 in April. I visited her for 3 hours the other night. So I got them out of the way, and there was bad racing anyway, but we missed Enemy in Medan. A bus horse from the 16th of April last year tipped it up at 6s, won at 11s, and it won the other day, and it's probably bound for the Shima Classic, I would imagine, in time. A Zulu, or what do you call it? It won the last race as well. We had that tipped up when it ran in Oil Ascot. But anyway, can't get them all. I'll rattle on, because I have a couple of things to do tonight, and I'm going to Croke Park tomorrow. And I want to wish my Cullen and my good friend Don Connell, the manager, he's from Kilmore in Cundirus, come on, the very best of luck. They're 7-4 underdogs tomorrow. Glenn is very well fancied, but I'm sure Don will have a plan up his sleeve. That's nothing against the Derry fellas, but I hope the West is awake tomorrow night. So I have 3 for tomorrow. The first one is into 340 at Chepstow. A lightly raced horse, the top weight, Pimlico Point, for Kerry Lee. I think it could be well handicapped. It won a point-to-point for Colin Bowe. I think it was sold in for 160,000 or something. It was first time out, But then it won in Chepstow, a maiden hurl. And that horse, Super Survivor, that was second to it, has won twice since, and it won a handicap of 125. So this being 118, it may have a bit up its sleeve.
In second position now, Pimlico Point Super Survivor is trying hard to get on terms, and Morzuk is still going well as well. Down towards the third flight very shortly. It's Autonomous Cloud who still holds the call here. Pimlico Point continues to travel well in second. Super Survivor is sticking to the task well. Autonomous Cloud didn't jump that flight particularly well and has now only got half a length over Super Survivor, and Pimlico Point there now going on from the gallant Morzuk, who's in fourth and just beginning to fade. Down towards the second last they come, and it's a tired Autonomous Cloud who still leads. Got a good jump there. Super Survivor's battling hard, and Pimlico Point the near side as well. Three across the track here. One more flight of hurdles left to jump, but still a furlong and a half to run. Autonomous Cloud and Pimlico Point, and Pimlico Point has now come through to take it up to Autonomous Cloud in second, then Super Survivor in third. Final flight, Pimlico Point just to Autonomous Cloud in second, who ploughed through it. Pimlico Point got a good leap. Super Survivor is trying hard to finish off strongly as well. Rousing finish to the opener. Pimlico Point the leader, but needs the line. Probably just about going to find it. Pimlico Point the winner.
I think he was idling a bit there, to be honest. But as I said, the one that was second has won off 125 since it's won twice. So there might be a bit of wiggle room, but it has its run in November there since. That was last spring. So it's a 7-2 shot, maybe a point win. And then we have just an angle I thought maybe on a race. It's in Southwell tomorrow. It's a 2-mile race. Berkshire Rocco. A man, what do you call him, is flying it, the trainer. But this is a win on your in for the qualifier for Southwell, so they'll be all trying because they'll need to get in for the finals on Good Friday. And it's the highest rated. Well, it's a pound wrong, but it ran the last time in a listed race, twice in a listed race, and a Group 2 before that. And it was rated like as high, you can see there, 116, 114. It's down to 101, but the reason it's down to 101 is it ran in a couple of listed races, so it has dropped a bit. And I thought maybe now it has to stay, but Balding is, I think he has 4 winners out of the last 7, hasn't he? Yeah, in the last 14 days, 4 wins and a place. So that's 57.14%. That's fairly good strike rate. So at the price of his, I thought tomorrow, Earl of Cotswold definitely will stay, but it's a 10-year-old, not being aged, and or is it older? Well, let's see. Is that 9 and Tusk is 10? He's 9, yeah. Rainbow Dreamer is 10. So, and then we have the Lawlers is on tomorrow. I might as well give me tuppence halfpenny on it. It has been won by a 6-year-old. The last 6 runnings, there was no running in it was abandoned in 2021. Ginter won it last year. In Violin won it, Battle of Doyen, Next Destination, Death Duty, Bells Hill, McKinley, Briar Hill, all good class horses. A 7-year-old hasn't won it since 2011. That was Willie Mullins. Gordon Elliott has won the last 3 runnings, and he has 4 out of 5 won, and Willie had won 3 before that. Willie Mullins hasn't actually won this since Bells Hill in 2016. 7-year-old since 2011. He has that favourite tomorrow, but even today, the form of his last run, nothing was done for it. There was a horse running in Cork. Firm Footings has done nothing for the form. Kodasheva, Japers Jack, that was 5th today. So I know he won that day, but what did he beat? And I'd rather go on which a horse that is opened at 9-2 earlier is Irish Point. Now the last 5-year-old to win this was McKinley in 2015, and a 5-year-old was Monksland in 2012. So 5-year-old doesn't win the race too often, but it's amazing. Well, it's not amazing, but it's Elliot. This ran on the 4th of December and he put it away. But I was in Fairy House that day, and Marine National, who's I regard as a bus horse now, as I was in the camper van tour that time when it ran in Killarney, and anything close, and Ashrow Diamond is a solid yardstick back and third. But anything that Marine National is running or form wise, I have to be sort of backing and hoping they'll win to boost that one's chances in March. So the punt is on there. Grange Clare West opened 11-8 out to 7-4, you can see, and the other one is 9-2 into as short as 9-4 where it was. So any of the American people watching in, they might be able to help us with the Super Bowl. The last of the matches are this weekend, and I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. It seems to be that it's going to be the AFL between the two of them, anyway, between the Bills and them. The Eagles has lost 3 out of the last 5, I think. So anyone in the American out there, but they might guide us that way. I like Patrick Mahomes and I like Andy Reid. I thought one of the hard looks out to the semi-final last year, but anything to make a pound on them. I have them backed anyway, but I might back them again at 4-1 there, close to it. Oh, thanks very much for all the nice comments last night for the video. It came out really well. Fair play to the tech man, and hopefully, if we're in good health, we might do it again next year. So anyway, we'll see. I think I'm going to Croke Park, so I'm not sure we'll be back tomorrow night. I might pull for a drink on the way home. Bash the bookies, over and out.